That is very, very, very impressive. I wish that was the Lions' resume right now. And everybody forgets, yes, the Lions have 4 NFL championships. So if you go into all-time championships, which is the next poll, we would have had to include them also if we're not just talking about the Super Bowl era. I think Elway, I'm surprised in this poll that he came in last. Steelers fans really came and voted hard to get Bradshaw to that 6%. And a lot of people really just believe it's between Montana and Brady because of their quiet assassin nature that they do. They just kind of went about their business, pick guys apart, were quiet with it, not too flashy. There's not a lot of run to their game, not a lot of big plays. They did it from the pocket. It's almost like they're more relatable, so people vote for that more. They're more like the Joe Schmo type of guy, I guess you'd have to say, if you're not to be disrespectful in any way. But Elway with his 5. Now, regardless of the stories you hear out there about Elway or what you think of him as a person or a GM or a player, 5 Super Bowl appearances. And you only got 4% of the vote. True, he won 2. He lost 3 of them. But 5 Super Bowl appearances, really? Only 4%? That surprised me a little bit, for sure. All right, let's move into the other poll. Greatest postseason franchise of all time. Now, again, I'm thinking Super Bowl era. I'm thinking the teams that I put in this, they have the most Super Bowl appearances. Okay? So I put in the Denver Broncos. They have appeared in 8 Super Bowls. The Dallas Cowboys have appeared in 8 Super Bowls. New England is going to their 9th Super Bowl appearance, and Pittsburgh has appeared in 8 Super Bowls. And then I put in another category as well. Again, most people who responded to that wanted to know why I left the Packers off. Well, the Packers went to 5 Super Bowls, so maybe they should have been in there. But 5 is less than 8. All the other teams had at least 8. If we include NFL championships, yes, the Packers have more. But then you have to think, okay, look what the Lions did in the 50s. Look what Cleveland did in the 50s. Look what Chicago did in the 40s. So again, I was thinking more Super Bowl era. Didn't specify that. I'll get a little better with how I word the polls in the future. But out of those 4 teams that I put in there, that have all been to at least 8 Super Bowls. Denver got 4% of the vote. Dallas got 14. New England got 43. Pittsburgh got 21. And other got 18% of the vote. And that other, a lot of it, San Francisco, Green Bay. San Francisco's got those 5 appearances. There are some people who said, Washington. And hey, even Buffalo. Nobody else has gone to 4 straight Super Bowls. And I can't imagine how hard it would be to lose 1 and make it back. Imagine losing 3 and making it back to that 4th one and losing it again. 4 straight times. You're one of the best teams in the league. You've grinded out the entire season, the playoffs. You've gotten over every hurdle. Every obstacle's out of your way. I didn't include them in this poll. And again, that's why Denver's numbers are so low in this poll. They didn't win a majority of their Super Bowls. They're opposite of Dallas. Both teams have been to 8. Denver's won 3, lost 5. Dallas has won 5 and lost 3. So that would make sense why Dallas in this poll comes out on top. New England, 43%. That's a lot of their fans. A lot of fans around the bandwagoners around the country. Modern history remembering that team. They lost their first 2. They've lost 2 with Brady. They've won 5. Or they could win their 5th this year. They've won 4. Lost 4. Opportunity to get over 500. Join those teams that have won 5, like Dallas, like Pittsburgh. So, again, great polls. I'm a little shocked by Denver's numbers. You would have expected Bronco Nation, especially since when you look at fandom maps that they put out every year, you see the Broncos Nation covers a lot of the middle of the country. Would have expected, and I have these in everybody's community on the Google platform over there. I put this poll in every team's forum. I put it out on Facebook. I put it out on Twitter. And these are all the results that have come in. So New England, once again, you got to give them credit. They're going to their 7th Super Bowl since the year 2000. Their game planning, their ability to get what they can out of a player and then get rid of a player before they're too financially tied up and it hurts the team. It works. Their ability to game plan each and every week and change that game plan and suit it towards the team they are playing, instead of saying this is the blanket system we have and we're going to use this system each and every week, has been remarkable. To have your coaches be able to do that and pull that off, your players to be able to, be multifaceted and do different things and have different things asked of them each and every week. What they did against Pittsburgh, had their defensive line hold the line so Le'Veon Bell couldn't just bop around at the beginning of that game. That was key. And they were able to double Antonio Brown the whole time. They might have been able to pull that off the whole time, even if Le'Veon Bell stays in the game. Week prior to that, their defensive line wasn't just holding the line of scrimmage. They were attacking. They were stunting. Different game plan each week. Now they have time to game plan or try to game plan for what Kyle Shanahan does with that Atlanta Falcons offense and all the weapons they have. It's going to be great. It's been great. And for everybody who wants to focus in on, the Patriots cheat. They only win because they're cheat. They're just big cheaters. We've talked about this on the show before. If you think your team isn't trying to bend the rules or find some way to get a competitive advantage, you're lying to yourself. Go look at the biggest fines in NFL history. We've talked about this on the show also. The biggest fines for breaking the rules in NFL history. Go look at the top 10. Out of the top 6, at least 4 of them, are the Denver Broncos. So for everybody who wants to complain that they cheat, get over it. Your team cheats too. We talked about Deflategate and how the same season the Patriots got in trouble for that, the Vikings had their balls in a dryer before the game. And Aaron Rodgers admitted he likes to overinflate them. This year in Seattle, there's clear evidence that as the guy is holding the ball is denting in from his grip. There's a clear shot of the punter punting the ball and the ball caving in because it was deflated, and nobody created a fuss about it. So get over it. Stop complaining. Stop hating. Be a football fan and not just my team's fanatic, and realize and respect what the Patriots are being able to pull off since the year 2000. It's been remarkable. I wish it was my team. All right, so we talked about the Pro Bowl last week. That was the poll that we did last week. Skills competition, if you want to call it that, Thursday night. And now we have the game tonight, 6 p.m. here local time on ESPN, 8 p.m. Eastern, and 5 p.m. Pacific. Did you guys catch the skills competition? Some of you out there did. If you want to call it that. I can't really call it a skills competition. The drone drop thing was ridiculous to me. That's not a skill you're going to get in the NFL. You're not demonstrating your football skills. The dodgeball game, where it might have been fun for the guys, not part of a skills competition. I was a little disappointed in myself. The NFC did win the skills competition overall. They won the dodgeball. Odell Beckham won the drone drop. Jarvis Landry got the hands competition. Who else won something? Phillip Rivers got the accuracy, I believe. I mean, and I would have liked to see the old ways, the old stuff, have everybody involved. I just watched one the other day where Larry Allen put up 43 reps of 225 in the skills competition. Beast mode. Like, let's get James Harrison out there in the lifting competition and let him do his thing. Let's see that. Let's stop just the videos and let's put it in a competition. Let's put the other strongmen in the NFL up there and let's see what we got. Let's line